What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the channel for another market update. I hope everybody's having a lovely day. And with that being said, let's get into the TA. So we're going to start off right here on the 3-minute time frame. We're going to see if we got a intraday reversal going down right before our eyes. So we're going to point out what you want to see here. If you are looking to go long, I'm just going to point out, I don't think it's safe to be doing either with where we are right now. I think we're going to, like, if you really want to trade safely this week, you're going to want to wait to see what this first move is, because you're kind of just in the middle. I'm going to show you in this video how, technically speaking, you can be going both ways. We have things suggesting either can go down right here. I'm going to show you, like, if you want to trade intraday to the upside, I'm going to show you what you want to see. All right. So and this could literally be the low right here. I don't know. But you had these previous highs right here. You broke above these highs. So now you're looking for a break above this high. Once you made this high, you're looking for the pullback. And then you're looking for that pullback to be a higher low. And then you want to see the current high break. And that will confirm to you, to anyone, that this is a trend change, that you have a valid trend change. If not, if you're just waiting and you're buying in right now, what if it doesn't break above the high? What if it stalls out here, forms a lower high, and then then you come down, you break this current low, and that is the point of confirmation. But yeah, I'm gonna stick with what I just said. I don't think it's safe to be going long or going short here. I just don't think it's like what you want to do. And we do have the May 19 Opex, monthly Opex, with an insane amount of put open interest still, which does mean it's in the dealer's best interest to not let you close down. All right. I pointed out in my weekly update that in the dealer's best interest to keep you above 410 but under 411. That's where they want to close you come Friday. I don't know if that has changed at the current point of the time of the recording of this video. I'm not sure, but it's still like I'm guessing it's still going to be pretty similar there. So if you do see a drop, that is why I say, like, if you want a safe move to play, you get a drop down to say 408.87 or 407, then it's in the dealer's best interest to bring you back up. So you want to be trading with the dealers, then wait for your opportunity to come along. Or you also, I'm guessing this zone up here, this blue box, is likely going to be defended again if you come up here and test it. So, yeah, if you come up here and test it, and let's say now you're seeing your 4-hour CCI up here in overbought territory, you have your hourly oscillators in overbought territory, and now you're going to be looking for just a sell setup. Like, overall, that's like what you want to be looking for if you get up here. You don't want to be going long up here, because, like, what if, the sellers just viciously defend their territory again, and that is the exact high? That's what I'm getting at. All right. But, like, the safe way to go long is down here. The safe way to go short is up here. And right now you're just in the middle. And now let me show you, if you want to just trade intraday, all right, you could look for the trend change, or you can look for maybe you're going to come down, and maybe that forms a a bullish divergence here, and maybe we start carving this out over here just like we did the other day. Which, like, guys, if you do get a triple bullish divergence popping up across the board on SPY QQQ ES and Q, it's probably going to play out. If it's on the 3-minute time frame, on the 1-minute time frame, maybe it's not going to play out. But if you start seeing these things on the 15-minute, the hourly, especially if you see them on the 4-hour, that's when I would be looking for stuff to start playing out. That is why I do this cross time frame analysis. You guys saw, like, hey, I was waiting. It was somewhere up here. I think we were over here. And I was saying, hey, your 4-hour RSI has not came up to overbought territory. That is a condition that normally gets met. At least you're going to do that, or you're going to form that divergence up there. And that wasn't hit. But guess what? We went up, and that's literally what told me, hey, you're safe to start going short. But before that, there was upside risk, and we were all the way back down here, 325, 327. That's enough to shave off quite a bit of your puts right there. So, and this is exactly what I was going over at the beginning of the video. You want to wait to see what happens, because now, what if this is your lower high right here? You have this high, now you have this high, and what if you come down and break that? Well, the breaking of this low here confirms that this is your lower high. And yeah, now we're going to have to see what happens right here. So this is why you always want to you just want to put the probabilities in your favor. I'm just saying right now, neither side has probabilities in their favor. It's not safe doing anything right here. At least that's how I'm seeing it. Let's actually see what Apple's doing. All right, where you yeah, again, you're kind of just in the middle here with your RSI, just like you are over here on QQQ. Which tells me, yeah, anything can happen. If we rally on up here, I am going to be watching the top of this rising wedge. I've been showing you guys this rising wedge for a little while now. Change the color of it. But yeah, if you come up to the top, I'm looking at 328, 50-ish, 329-ish. So, you got a ways to go. But if you come up here, I'm going to be watching for the RSI to go and make the lower high. And then there you go. Price makes a higher high. Maybe it slams its head up into the top of it. And even if not, if I see that condition, like, hey, I'll probably pull out a short. As long as SPY is not above this blue box, then yeah, I think probabilities would be in my favor. But yeah, I hope I made my case for why right now is just, hey, you could be going higher, and you honestly likely are now that you started. Like, hey, what I noticed right here, 3-minute 8 EMA right here, you started busting up. This is when I told the Discord that, hey, this is something that hasn't happened the whole morning. This is probably going to be meaningful. Literally all pre-market too. Not all pre-market, but since 8 o'clock, you haven't gotten a close above it. Now you clear as day had right here. This is when I made it. But yeah, now we're a dollar higher, and yeah, I'm still gonna say right now, this could either be confirmed right here as being the higher low, or you're gonna come down here and you can confirm this as a lower high. It's one or the other. So if you want to trade to the upside, I'm just going to tell you what to watch right here, which, hey, by the time this video is out, maybe it's going to be way up here. I don't know. If you see this high of, what is this, 411.98 get taken out, then your next stop is really going to be where you see my white box. It's going to be your resistance, which is up here at 413. So that's like $1 of upside there. And guess what? We did already come back here for the back test of this rising wedge. And that's like why I still do think you're probably going to come up here, and then you're probably going to find resistance, and then they're going to resume you to the downside. Just because, like, hey, all right, first of all, if you do come down here, we do know the dealers are, like, that works well for the dealers trying to keep you range bound. Like, if they're trying to hold this and this, like, this works extremely well. They could just literally do that for the second half of the week. So there would be that. So I do think it makes more sense. You got like NDQ over here. Where's NDQ? There we go. You're like literally back testing your rising wedge right there. You can see on the 4-hour, the 1-hour, the 15. Like, it's pretty perfect what's going on here. And then you have the same thing over here with, I know QQ is not back testing wedge, but SPY over here. You back tested, you fell, you came back into it, and you fell off of it. So sellers are still there. So if you do come up here, it's going to be interesting to see what happens around 413. But yeah, if you do break above this high, I'm going to be watching 413 next. You're probably coming in for another back test of that wedge. We're going to have to see what happens on that reaction. Something I'm watching over here on VIX. Guys, it got rejected again. People who say, like, TA doesn't work on Mr. VIX, I promise, like, you can chart VIX. And once you do and see it, you're going to be like, holy crap, I've been blind this whole time, and now I can see. Oh, wow. It's going to be a beautiful thing. Beautiful thing. Here we go. Anybody else just use random accents all the time? I talk to my dogs in a British accent, but also, like, I don't know, like, what was that accent I was just doing? Was that a German accent? I have no idea. Absolutely no idea. Yeah, guys, we're still just kind of in this middle range, and let's just come over to the daily charts. You, like, clearly do have, room to fall, but look what happened last time you bounced here at the momentum sell line on your daily CCI here. You had a decent sized bounce here, guys. It was all the way from here, so your close that day was there. You ran like, yeah, $5-6 right there. That's a lot. All right, if you do it again, yeah, we're gonna be somewhere up here, and that's when I'm gonna be saying, hey, this part is probably not gonna go on too much longer. I've been trying to tell you guys, like, hey, May 19 Opex has to pass, or we're gonna get a black swan event, and it's gonna force dealers' hands, and then we're gonna go boom. But without one of those things happening, then you have no chance of going boom. And, like, yeah, I want you to fall off a cliff just like probably a lot of other people. But, like, I also don't want to, get wrecked beforehand. And that's why I have been continuously just warning everyone, like, hey, that's the most important thing. The fact that if you understand the market dynamics, you fit, like, the people who control things cannot have, SPY falling. I don't care. QQ, it is clearly not being controlled. All right. Well, I mean, maybe, but like, let's look at SPY. You see how this blue box just brings rejection every single time? It's being controlled. It's been range bound for quite some time now. I told you guys on the weekly update, I think it was like 40 days here. We got in this day over here. Okay, so that's 30 trading sessions, guys. Counting weekends, that's a month and a half. That's redonkulous. Okay, that's what I want to get at. Absolutely redonkulous. It is not something that makes any sense. But I am going to point out the same thing that I pointed out in the weekly update, which is buyers are still stepping up. All right. Now I was looking at this big red candle, and I took off half of my QQQ June puts right at the bottom. Luckily, literally right at the bottom. But why? Because I was gonna, like, it's what I was saying at the beginning of the video. It's unsafe to be on either side of my current, like, in my personal opinion, at the current point in time with these factors. Yeah, you're kind of just hovering in the middle on absolutely everything. And ES is actually it was making its way right down to the bottom of its range. That was something I was paying attention to. And honestly, guys, we could probably just watch ES this week and let's just see. Yeah, are we going to get some ping pong action going from the bottom to the top? Look, you almost made it to the top. Boom. They made you plummet and almost brought you to the bottom. And now they're bringing you back up. Are we going to literally see them bring you back on up here? All right. Maybe that forms a divergence. I don't know. But either way, maybe they bring you back up here and we literally just see you get slammed back down. I don't know. You have like the hourly time frame on things are suggesting you can be going either way. Over here, QQQ, I was thinking you were going to start off selling. You were a stochastic crossing down from up there. But now you have the 15-minute time frame, and this is why I was saying it's just not safe. You have, like, on the smaller time frame, you have a potential reversal about to take place. And then you have on the larger time frames, you just like, look, you're just kind of in the middle here on SPY, and then QQQ is just up at the top. So if anything, I'm looking for this thing to go up. And you could scalp in today, but I would wait to, like what I was just pointing out over here on SPY. I would wait to see if that confirms, and then there you go. You could scalp to the upside in between that dollar, and then there you go. I'd be waiting for a put setup to pop up, and yeah, because look, you still have this massive rising wedge, and it's not like you can explode and go above 329, and it would, if you have a close, you're breaking up from the pattern. That's what would be taking place. But yeah, we have like $3 or $4 of upside for that to happen. So we're gonna just have to literally just wait and see what happens. That's why I was saying it doesn't make sense to do anything right now. If you see price come up here, that's where you can pull your trigger on the put side of things, and you can take your risk up there. But why are you going to take the risk up here when it's either you go here or there, and like you get a bounce there, you get a thing there? You're not going too much to the upside. You're not going too much to the downside. You're right here in the middle. Same as what I was just pointing out on SPY. You're right here in the middle. You literally just want to wait and see what happens here. There's no point in rushing things. Over here on the weekly time frame, guys, obviously, yeah, big sell, but it's what I was saying is the most important factor here, which is the dealers aren't going to let this thing fall unless you have a black swan catalyst forcing panic selling, which is then going to force prices down. Dealers are going to have to hedge to the downside. They're going to have to flip short in order to pay out all of these puts. That's what's going to have to happen. And they're going to, guess what, guys? They're going to have to go really big. Like, I'm guessing their short sizing is going to have to be pretty freaking big to pay out 140K puts at 400. And then, like, if they like give in, that's when you have the gamma squeeze taking place. And you're very quickly probably going to see like 395, maybe 390 the same day. I don't know, same 2 days. That's what I'm saying. That's the risk of going down there. Currently, we're $10 above 400. All right. So, yeah, this week, I'm just saying it's very unlikely we go down there this week. It just really is. So, all right. With that being said, I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.